As waves of layoffs have spread through global gaming, Microsoft cutting 9,000 jobs, Ubisoft trimming nearly 700, and EA halting Black Panther development, Japan seems almost untouched. Big names like Nintendo, Sega, Capcom, and Atlas aren't just surviving, they're raising salaries and hiring aggressively. So, what's Japan doing differently? Is it just luck or something deeper? Today, we are exploring why Japanese game companies rarely lay people off, even under pressure, and what Western companies can learn from their playbook. Let's get into it. The layoff epidemic in the West. Since 2024, the Western gaming industry has seen over 10,000 layoffs. From Microsoft's 9,000 plus job cuts, Riot Games' 530 layoffs, and Ubisoft slashing hundreds across continents, to EA, Embracer, Sony, and others following suit. The gaming industry layoff estimates around 39,000 jobs lost since 2021, with more than 16,700 in 2024 alone. Moreover, major corporations like Microsoft led the charge with sweeping layoffs affecting studios such as ZeniMax Online, Rare, and others, triggered by cost restructuring tied to AI investments and cancelled projects like Blackbird. Furthermore, Ubisoft shut down XDefiant and multiple studios, cutting nearly 300 jobs at San Francisco and Osaka alone in spring 2025. The root causes: overexpansion into live service projects, repeated underperformance, and relentless shareholder pressure for short-term ROI. Riot fired staff to refocus, EA cut teams after cancelling Black Panther, and Sony pruned dozens and bent studios after shelving projects, demonstrating that even success is safe if financial targets aren't hit. The Japanese model. Japan operates under strict labor laws that permit layoffs only in cases of severe financial distress. And even then, companies must first explore options like executive pay cuts, reduced hours, or relocation. Laws strongly protect employees. Wrongful dismissal claims usually rule in favor of workers. That legal framework shapes how Japanese studios manage downturns. Culturally, Japan values lifetime employment. Employees are seen as long-term investments. Firms commit to job stability even during slumps. For example, during the Wii decline, Nintendo avoided layoffs by cutting executive pay and investing in innovation instead. FromSoftware raised new graduate salaries by 12% in April 2025, bucking the global trends of wage freezes even as Western studios lay off staff. Moreover, major studios such as Nintendo, Capcom, Atlas, and Square Enix routinely maintain headcounts across lean cycles. Furthermore, Capcom increased salaries by over 5% on average in 2025, while Sega, Atlas, and Koei Tecmo raised new graduate wages by 15 to 33%. Meanwhile, Japanese game stocks for Sony, Nintendo, Capcom, Bandai Namco, etc. hit record high valuation during early 2025, reflecting sustainability and investor confidence despite industry turmoil abroad. Different design philosophies. Japanese studios often focus on leaner teams and tighter budgets. FromSoftware's development model avoids large-scale hiring sprees and uses experienced core teams to drive projects like Elden Ring or Sekiro, minimizing risk and avoiding bloated pipelines. This contrasts sharply with Western projects that bloom into 300 plus headcount AAA pipelines over multiple years. Japanese titles often prioritize stylized visuals and creative direction over photorealism. That allows smaller teams to deliver distinct artistic experiences without massive budgets. Iconic franchises like Monster Hunter, Resident Evil, and Persona rely on strong vision, not budget injection. Moreover, creative leads like Miyazaki at FromSoftware personally steward projects without rapid expansion. Furthermore, Western studios in pursuit of live service scale often follow a surging model, hire heavily during content pushes, then lay off when performance drops. Japanese studios avoid this by pacing projects sustainably, avoiding crunch to burst cycles. Staff remain on board through slower phases, enabling knowledge retention and consistent quality across titles. What Western studios can learn. Western studios should slow down hiring during hype cycles. Instead of scaling to fit market predictions, build stable team sizes that can adapt across project phases. Japanese firms invest more in internal resources, routing staff through multiple small projects rather than mass layoffs when one underperforms. They should design for sustainability. They should shift from short-term projects built for quarterly impact to long-term creative roadmaps. They should treat developers as long-term partners, not expendable labor. That means fair wages, mental health support, and avoiding toxic crunch cultures. something Japanese firms emphasize through negotiation and pay raises even during downturns. They should embrace internal reassignment over dismissal. If a game underperforms, redirect those staffs to other in-house projects. Encourage versatility and internal mobility instead of liquidation. This reduces talent loss and fosters resilience. Leaders in Japan internalize their responsibility, taking pay cuts rather than letting teams go. Maybe the future of game development doesn't lie in bigger studios, but in smarter ones. Japanese studios prove that stability fosters quality. By protecting staff and pacing growth, they create evergreen franchises and enduring creative ecosystems. But that doesn't mean Japan's system is flawless. Critics cite slower pivoting, insularity, or rigidity. But hybrid models, blurring Japanese stability with Western innovation, could form a balanced future for global game development. So, what if Western publishers adopted job security as policy? What if developers everywhere had long-term career pathways rather than churn? Creativity thrives in environments people trust. Japan reminds the industry that resilience isn't about mass layoffs. It's about seeing people as partners, not expendable assets. But what's your opinion on Japanese game companies rarely experiencing layoffs? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. And hey, if you like this video, click like, share, and subscribe to watch more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay silver.